we go.
This is the intro.
This is the intro.
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. All right, folks. Hey, welcome to Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Number one. Episode number one.
This is the first. This is going to be the biggest episode of the week because it's the only one.
This
is going to be
coming at you once a week. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks, breaking down baseball weekly, hopefully.
Weekly. We should. We're in college, but we should be able to.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're new, so we got to remember to look at the camera and not the computer screen. It's going to be wild. But it's going to be a good time.
It will be.
So let's jump into baseball with a daily rundown of scores. So Sunday evening scores. We have Pirates at the Phillies. Mm-hmm. My guys.
Bryce Harper just got back.
Bryce Harper's back.
He's back.
He's so back. He got 2 RBIs first game back.
So bad.
What? So bad?
That's what I thought you said.
No. He's back. He is so back. He's so back. It's a great time.
He is back. And I agree. He's not bad.
He's bringing some life to the Phillies. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, though, they lost.
They lost bad.
They lost bad. 5-0 today.
Poor Pittsburgh. Syndergaard, man.
Syndergaard, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're not going to spend this much time on all the scores going through these.
But since it's the Phillies.
Because it's the Phillies, we got to give them some love. Syndergaard has not performed well.
No.
Okay.
No. Ever since he got traded to the Phillies, even since he got traded to the Angels, he hasn't been performing. Yeah. And so it's like, he has a big name.
He's a big name. Coming back from Tommy John, though, he has not had the same performance. His ERA is around 3.7 this year.
3.89.
Every start back, he gets deep into games. He gets 6-7 innings. But today he was 5 2/3, I think. But every time he's given up 3, 4, 5 runs in a start. The Phillies have a great lineup. With Harper back, it's even better.
I know. He had the big game yesterday.
But even with that great lineup, they can't always keep making up that many runs in a game. Okay. Yeah. So he's got some stuff to work on if he's gonna take ownership of that number 3 spot. Because that number 3 spot in the rotation, right behind Nola and Wheeler, number 3 spot is gonna be the final game of any wild card series if it goes to 3 games. That's a big spot, and we'll see if he can earn it in the last 30 or so games we have coming up.
He has a little bit of time to prove himself. So
he does. All right, Braves and the Cardinals. Yeah. Actually, they're still playing. Top of the 7th.
Yeah.
Cardinals are up 2-0.
2-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dodgers wiped out the Marlins 8-1. No surprise there.
It's the Marlins.
Although Alcantara had an excellent game yesterday. Alcantara played. Goodness, man. He went 9 innings. All right. I'm pulling up the stats right now. 9 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. 1 run baseball, 10 strikeouts. This guy's on another level. He is dominating the National League.
Yeah.
So
was that the same game that they walked it off? Or was it the game before that? Because I know they walked off the Dodgers.
I think. Let me look here.
I can't remember if that was a different team.
They did not. Wait, let me think. Here it is. No, they did not. They didn't walk it off, but man, he was just dominant against one of the best lineups in the game. Best winning record, I'm pretty sure. The Dodgers.
They do, They're
check me on that. Okay, Nationals finally got a win. Yay for the Nationals, but it was against the Reds, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
2-3 was the final score there.
Pretty close.
Rays beat the Red Sox 12-4. Yeah. Angels toppled the Blue Jays.
Our fellow Canadians.
8-3. Shout out to the Canadians. George Springer.
Yeah, man.
He didn't do his job clearly because they lost. If they're not winning, George Springer is not winning. They're losing. Rockies beat the Mets. Okay, that's surprising.
That was a surprise to me.
That's surprising. Are they playing in what is it? Coors Field
with that altitude? What does it say?
But 1-0.
It's a close game. That's a pitcher's duel.
The win
it was Scherzer and Marquez. So,
Scherzer and Marquez.
I'm surprised Scherzer didn't step up right there because usually he's pretty his ERA it's really low and he should have stepped up there, but
Scherzer 7 innings, 4 hits, 11 strikeouts. He was dominant. Okay.
Yeah.
He was dominant. 1 earned run, but it wasn't enough. Sometimes that's interesting. You have
but you have to rely on your offense as well.
You do.
You can have an amazing game as a pitcher, and then your offense is just terrible. That shout out to the Rays and the Reds and Pirates game like a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
The Reds hit the Pirates, but they still lost, and so that just shows that the offense is as important as the pitchers. Easily.
Yeah. It's you can't only focus on one part of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're seeing that here. Scherzer carries his team through 7 innings, and then they drop it. Yeah. So that's tough to see because that's a wasted start from your ace.
It is.
Okay, your ace comes out, he performs exactly like he was supposed to.
And against the Rockies, it's all like going into that, it should be a no-brainer that we're gonna win. That mindset, but I guess they didn't have that mindset today.
You wonder if the Mets with, and of course this is deep diving into one game. Obviously, over the course of the entire season, the Mets have been performing really well.
They have.
But you kind of wonder if the Mets have a little bit of that kind of superiority mindset where, it's the Rockies, we're going to go in and take it easy. But in reality, you can't do that. And so, that's that. I just realized my laptop might die.
Do we need
if I don't turn on power save mode?
Ooh.
Because
do you think it'll last?
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be good. If it gets dangerously low, we'll plug it in and we'll keep going.
That's why they make chargers.
Yeah, good. Hurrah for technology.
Man,
by the way, a little side note. My name is Daniel Maverick Lance, and
I'm Luke Solar Brady.
So Maverick and Solar here. We started this podcast with kind of a goal just to have some fun.
Yeah.
Learn a little bit more about baseball.
We're just 2 guys who love baseball. We're going to just talk about it. It's not going to be super, super detailed. We're going to try to make it as detailed as possible. We're not going to be super strict about what we're talking about. It's not going to be super scheduled. It's just kind of 2 guys sitting on a couch talking about baseball.
2 guys on a couch talking about baseball. I love that. I love that. And we're here to have fun. So if you guys have any recommendations for us, totally drop them in the comments below, right underneath that like button. But yeah, back into the scores.
Yeah.
What I was going with that. We're both engineering students.
We are.
Okay. Technology. That's our thing. That was but baseball is even more our thing. All right, even more our thing.
Yes.
Orioles and the Astros.
Here we go.
I'll let you take this away.
Yeah.
Give us the rundown.
The Astros. It was a pretty slow game from the Astros. I mean, the score was 3-1. And for the Orioles, I mean, we should have done better. Their record is 67-60. Our record is 82-47. Should have done a little bit better, but I mean, we still came out with a dub.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. Stanek had the win. He closed it out with the good save.
Stanek had the win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that was some late scores.
It was. Yeah. We scored in the last 2 innings. Yeah.
Wow.
We were ahead the entire game.
Now, okay, the interesting talking point about that, and maybe we'll come back to this later, Justin Verlander taken out of the game with right calf discomfort.
I know.
3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts in 3 innings. My man is a legend.
Good, man.
But, it will be interesting to see where that goes in the coming days.
Yeah.
Obviously, top Cy Young commander, devastating opposing lineups. Opponents are hitting... right around 150, I believe, against him.
So. Yeah.
And his walks plus hits per inning so low. He's
definitely the top contender for Cy Young.
Easily. Yeah. All right,
yeah.
Padres and Royals.
Oh, one more thing. I want to shout out to my man Bregman with the 2-run homer. Just if he's listening.
Bregman. Yeah. 2-run homer. Way to carry the team. Bregman. Yeah. He comes up when the team needs him.
He does. Yeah.
He's not. I don't see him as the superstar
this
on the
year,
team.
He hasn't been. This year, it's been evenly distributed among the team. There's no really, there's not one man. Alvarez has kind of been the guy who's run the show for the Astros this year.
Alvarez, what a strong guy and so quiet
he's
too.
Really strong.
He's a bulldog. All right, this one's interesting.
Yeah.
And I just kind of have to laugh at this one. All right, Padres, San Diego Padres, and the Kansas City Royals.
What are you doing, Padres?
The Royals destroyed the Padres 15-7.
So bad.
Okay, 15-7. You empty out your entire farm team, and you lose to the Royals 15-7. I don't see this looking good.
This is Kansas City, who has one of the lowest winning percentages of any team in baseball.
Yeah.
And then the Padres, they're postseason contenders.
They are, but you have to win the games that you should win.
Yes.
In order to get to the post. Now, once you make it to the postseason, I mean, it's all up in the air. So many good teams in the postseason. You never know what's going to happen in those small series. But until you get to the postseason, you have to win the games you're supposed to win. San Diego versus Kansas City, they're supposed to win that game.
They are.
All day. And they got Milwaukee hot on their heels, a game and a half behind, fighting for that last wild card spot. They can't give them an inch. And tonight they did. Tonight, that was... just disappointing.
The Brewers
for
are catching
fans.
up. Like, we can go over the Brewers game real quick. Like, they beat the Cubs 9-7. So the Brewers, they're a good team.
They are a good team.
They're a good team, and the Padres. I know they have Soto and all these new add-ons from the trade deadline.
Right.
They got to watch out because the Brewers are coming.
The Brewers are coming indeed. Okay, Giants and Twins. The Twins take the Giants 8-3.
Correct.
Okay. Now, I don't really follow the American League Central very much because there's almost never anything going on there ever since the Indians. I would say the Guardians now. Apologies, the Guardians.
Sorry.
Gotta keep it PC. But the Guardians were really the last good, really top-notch team from
2016.
Back in 2016. I almost cried when the Cubs
came back from 3. It was a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, I think what made me most frustrated about that was that all the Cubs fans were just so, like, they were just bandwagon fans.
Yeah. Okay, to be honest, I lived in Illinois at the time. There were so many of those guys.
Yeah.
So, it was crazy.
It was great. Good for the Cubs for breaking that streak.
For those
the Cubs are terrible again now, though, so we're over them. We are over them. But Minnesota is 2 games back behind the Guardians right now. So they are really right in there for that division lead. And that division lead spot is important.
It is.
Especially when you have an American League wild card race as packed. As packed as it is.
Yeah, they'll be playing they'll be probably playing Tampa Bay or Seattle. Yeah. And those are 2 pretty good teams. And they're going to have to compete to be able to make it past the wild card.
Yeah. Just to go over the American League wild card standings as they are right now. Yeah. We got Tampa Bay a game and a half up. Seattle 1 game up. Toronto is in that 3rd spot. Yeah. Baltimore Orioles. Nobody would have saw this coming at the beginning of the season. Baltimore Orioles a game and a half back of Toronto. And Minnesota 3 games back behind in the wild card. So they're 3 games back in the wild card. They're 2 games back in the division lead. I'd be setting my sights on the Guardians if I were the Twins. I'd be trying to track them down because that is a tough wild card.
It is. And especially you would rather go after the worst wild card team. If you win the division for the AL Central, you'll be playing the worst wild card team. Yeah. And so I would just strive for that, go for that. Don't worry about anything else.
Yep. All right. White Sox and the Diamondbacks. Neither team really. They're hoping maybe to play spoiler when they play some contenders here coming down the stretch. But I mean, this game.
Both of those teams are.
Diamondbacks won 3-2. Yeah. Okay, good for the Diamondbacks. Well done. Yeah. All right, we already talked about Cubs and Brewers, Tigers and Rangers.
Ooh.
Oh man, this is painful. 9-8. The Tigers won that 9-8, but man, it takes a bad team to let the Tigers score 9 runs. I'll tell you what. It's a really bad team. It takes a bad team to let the Rangers score 8 runs.
That was not a pitcher's game. That was just
these 2 really met their match, and. I mean, hey, good for them. They probably had fun.
The fans probably had a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yankees. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. Yankees and the A's.
Okay.
A's take it 4-1. All right.
Not surprised.
But we got to talk about this a little bit because the Yankees, at the beginning of the season,
they
obviously
were
an amazing
record-breaking records.
Oh, yeah. They were on pace for what? 121, 122 wins in the season. Yeah. And it's almost like they have just plummeted. Mm-hmm. And I think Aaron Judge leads that. I don't know. What do you have to say about Aaron Judge
leads
his decline leading to the Yankees?
I think that's true because I think at the beginning of the season, Aaron Judge on a hot streak, and I think he was leading the team, and I think that gave them the energy and the kind of the push to win that many games. You need somebody strong to lead your team. He was that leader, and since he's not competing well, and so because of that, they don't have a leader anymore.
Right.
And
now keep in mind, Aaron Judge he's still
okay,
one of the best players in the game. His OPS. Over 1,000. That's on base plus slugging. So
we can't say
he's still
too much.
Doing well.
Yeah.
He's still doing well. But I mean, his home runs have slowed down a lot.
They have.
And I think the energy in New York Yankees is just lacking a little bit. It is. And so here's something interesting. They trade away Montgomery to the Cardinals at the trade deadline. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about that and how that might have affected the team's mojo, because I know it didn't start exactly at the trade deadline, but that's got to affect a team's mindset.
Mm-hmm. Because Montgomery, he's one of their top pitchers, and to trade him away mid-season is almost like feeling like the owners or the general manager is kind of giving up in a sense, because they're just like, we can trade away this guy.
Right.
He's a core pitcher for their team. Yeah. And they got back Harrison Bader, who has hardly played for them at all. No. They have so many outfielders that there was no really point to get Bader. Yeah. I think they did want to take Judge out of right field and give him time on a bench to keep hitting well. But, it didn't seem worth it. Now, they picked up a really good pitcher from the A's, right? They did. They picked up the number 2 pitcher on the market. I'm blanking on his name right now. So they picked up a good pitcher and they gave away a good pitcher, and they got an outfield to come play defense for them. But that doesn't really seem like it panned out. And that could be interesting to discuss here in a minute. How the trade deadline has affected teams' mindsets going down the stretch. Okay, last game of the day. Oh, Andrew Benintendi. On the Yankees. That's who they got at the trade deadline. They also got Harrison Bader, yeah? They did. They got 2 outfielders. They got 2 outfielders. Yeah. And they're still losing to the A's. Okay, so another person who has been affecting the Yankees was Matt Carpenter. Whenever he was healthy. Whenever Matt Carpenter was healthy. Matt Carpenter is their lucky charm. All right, so the definitive answer, Matt Carpenter, get healthy, and the Yankees will win everything. Yeah. So obviously, Astros fan over here, Phillies fan over here, hoping something happens to Matt Carpenter. Hopefully. All right. As an Astros fan, maybe stay injured for a little bit longer. Yeah, just a little bit longer. Just a little bit. Because the Astros are chasing down the Yankees for the top spot. We are, I think. Believe so. They might have overtaken them. We have overtaken them. So that's 4 games. 4 games. Okay, 4 games. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure we did. The Astros are running away with it, which is helpful for things like home field advantage in the postseason. Okay, last game of the day, Guardians versus the Mariners. Oh, yeah, the Mariners take it 4-0. Yeah. Look at that. A perfect segue into our next topic. Julio Rodriguez signs a mega deal, but it is so confusing. I'm gonna have Solar over here run you through the details because it's a huge deal, but it's got a lot of caveats. If it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? So they put a lot on Julio Rodriguez. They gave him a really big contract, but there's some things in it that it really depends if Julio plays well. So he can max out. So this is the most you could ever get is $470 million. That's a lot of money. That is so much. What would you do with $470 million? I don't know what I would do. I would buy a big truck. Yeah. And then save. Big truck. Yeah. But that's too much money in my opinion. But for him.
Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me, obviously a much less well-known deal, but the Phillies. Can't remember what year it is. A few years ago, they have this great second baseman coming up, Scott Kingery.
Okay, yeah.
Never played a game in the big leagues. They signed him to a multi-year contract, upwards of $20 million.
What?
Never played a game in the big leagues. And you know what? He's not playing in the big leagues right now. He's not. So we have this breakout superstar, Julio Rodriguez. And obviously everybody loves the guy. We hope he can perform.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But you're taking a gamble with giving big contracts
to a young guy. To a young guy.
So young. What is he, 20, 21?
I think he's 21. Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
So he's a young guy. Plays with a lot of passion.
Yeah.
Kind of Ken Griffey Jr. vibes.
I think so. And that's what I think has them pushing for him. It's just because they kind of missed the whole Mariners. They've been missing that one guy. Like they had Ichiro and then also Ken Griffey Jr. And so I think he's their replacement for that guy. And I think he's at that level where he could. Yeah. I don't know if he's at that level right now.
Right. And you gotta wonder if you want to pay a 21-year-old to be that guy for your franchise. Some people handle it well. We think of Bryce Harper in Washington. Yeah. In DC, he comes up as a 19-year-old, and
also Juan Soto.
And Juan Soto, but Juan Soto is terrible now. He's not terrible. Okay, he's not terrible. But he's not carrying. No. He's not carrying the team. Well, he's not the face of a franchise type
not
player.
Not anymore. Yeah.
All right, so keep walking us through this deal.
Okay, so guaranteed, Julio Rodriguez is walking out with $210 million. So that's no matter what, guaranteed. Okay, so there is the few drawbacks that Julio has coming. So the base deal is $120 million that lasts to 2029, and there will be also a few kind of bonuses that will be added onto that, and there will be the two major things that I want to go over is if he wins a MVP the first year, or not the first year, where is this? I haven't really gone over it too much. I haven't read
it's like detail. Strangely tied to MVP voting. It's almost exclusively the value of this contract is almost exclusively based on MVP voting. Yeah. Which I mean, hey, kudos to the Mariners for coming up with I think that's a pretty good benchmark for if you have a superstar or if you just have an average guy. MVP voting kind of determines your superstar status, so to speak. But I mean, that's a lot of pressure. Like top 3, top 5, top 10 MVP landings all contribute to this guy's contract. And we're going to take a little break here. I'm going to plug in my laptop. We're going to run over the details of this contract for you. But yeah, just take a quick break and we'll be right back. We can edit the video.
Yeah. I'm looking for. I saw I don't know. I can't find it on MLB. But so I'm looking on ESPN and they have it like set forward in like a good way to read it.
It was on MLB. I read it pretty. It was on the app.
Yeah.
It was good, but. This is fun.
This is. Okay.
Do like a little scene. We gotta collect those little tidbits, just to make an intro or whatever. Whatever we want to do.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go.
You got it.
Yeah. So you got like $200 million over 8 years. If he receives no MVP votes.
Okay.
240 if he finishes in the top 10 twice or thrice. Or 3 times. some reason they have thrice in there.
Thrice.
260 if he finishes in the top 10 4 times. 280 if he wins one MVP and places top 5 one other time. Or places top 5 3 times without winning. And $350 million if he wins 2 MVP awards or places in top 5 4 times without winning. And there's 4.
All right, let's run into it.
Okay, yeah.
All right, guys, we are back at it again, diving into baseball. Where we left off was Julio Rodriguez. We didn't even try to do that. That was completely authentic. It was. All right, take us through it. We got the details all fresh.
Okay, we got it all lined up. So, Julio Rodriguez, if he wins, he'll get $200 million over 8 years if Rodriguez receives no MVP votes. Most likely,
which is unlikely.
This is very unlikely. Most likely, he'll win some, and so in his first 8 seasons, that's a lot of time. He'll get $240 million if he finishes in the top 10, like twice or over 3 years, and then 200.
I think the specific word is
thrice.
Thrice.
That's what MLB says.
Or thrice.
And so I was kind of confused about that. But 260 if he finishes in the top 10 4 times. 280 if he wins 1 MVP award and places in the top 5 another time, or places in top 5 3 times without winning anything. And $350 million if he wins 2 MVP awards and places in the top 5 4 times without winning. So he has a lot of options.
A lot of options.
And
I think there's both player options and team options built into this contract. And to kind of go over those are when you get to the end of your standard contract, the player can choose to either enter free agency or they can choose to continue with the team. And also the other way around, the team can choose to pick up the option and pay the guy the money, or if they say, all right, we're cutting ties, there they go. And of course, sports contracts have such details.
They're worth so much where they have to do that.
Yeah, so many caveats and payouts and thresholds and whatever. But no, that's a huge deal.
It is
good for Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Good
Young
for the
guy,
Mariners.
Very energetic. I hope that he plays well.
Yeah, hope so too.
Yeah.
So we go from the young guy Julio Rodriguez
to the old guy. The old guy, the GOAT.
Albert Pujols. I was looking through Albert Pujols' stats, and it seems like he's come into all these leaderboards like right at the end of his career.
Yeah.
He's been working on it for 22 years or whatever, but it's paid off because because the deeper I challenge you, take a look at Albert Pujols and where he stacks up on leaderboards of home runs, total bases, total at bats, things like that. You'll see him in top 10, top 10, top 20 of all time on across 10, 15 different hitting leaderboards. It's really impressive the numbers he's stacked up. But of course,
we're seeing that now just because he has played more games.
He's played so many games.
And so there's not year wise like MVP or or not Cy Young, but just awards that are per year. He's placed top 10
he's
a lot.
Done well.
But the big awards
of all time,
700 home runs.
That's the big one.
That's the big one. He's catching up. So
yeah, and of course, this is what makes every non-Yankees fan super happy. I don't even know how the Yankees feel about A-Rod, but if Albert Pujols makes it to 7 home runs, that also means he passes A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, formerly of the Yankees and the Rangers
and the Mariners.
Yeah. He's at 696 right now. Pujols is at 693. If he makes it to 700, he passes A-Rod. Sole possession of 4th all time. What's the list? It's Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth. I think that's how it goes. Hey, Barry Bonds, who we all know is doing drugs, and so we exclude him.
Another topic: should Barry Bonds be in the Hall of Fame?
No,
that'll be for another day.
No,
that'll be for another day. That'll be for
another day.
You
don't even need to talk about that one. It'll be
for another day.
No, I met
we got to talk about it sometime.
Okay, we can talk about it. Yeah, so it's Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth,
and Albert Pujols coming up. Well, Alex Rodriguez right now, and then
but
Pujols.
Not for long.
Yeah. We all know Pujols is going to get
He needs
4 more.
4 home runs.
Yeah.
All right, 4 home runs. The Cardinals are looking strong going into this stretch.
They've been playing strong for the past month. They've been pretty solid. They were neck and neck with the Brewers for a long time throughout the entire season actually, and then they kind of took the lead and kind of are making that jump right now. They're I think 4 games ahead of the Brewers or something like that.
4 games, and it was only like maybe 3 weeks ago that they were 2 maybe 3 games back behind the Brewers. Yeah. So they're taking over that that NL Central.
5.5 games. Yeah. They're running away with it.
They are. Mm-hmm. So strong chances at the postseason. That just gives my man Albert more at bats and more chances at a home run. And you got to be thinking, he's like, when he goes up to the plate, he's played for 22 years, 21 years. You might as well swing for the fences, bro. You got nothing left to.
I don't know. Actually, I think Pujols is a team player. I think he wants. Yeah, I don't think he'll do that, but.
It depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation,
yeah. For sure. But it's got to be in the back of his mind, and I think he's talked about it in the press. You know, it's there. 700 is a big number. Not many guys have made it to 700, so that would be really, really cool. Yeah. Hey, and who knows? Maybe someday, Aaron Judge.
Possibly.
I think that's unlikely. Hot take. So. We'll come back to this.
Just because.
Dig through the YouTube archives 15 years from now, and we'll see if we were right or wrong the prediction is that Aaron Judge will. Because I'm going to predict he doesn't. I'm going to predict that he caps out at 500.
I don't think he will. Just because the other 4 guys on that list, they have played so much better their first few years than Aaron Judge has. Aaron Judge has had an amazing first few years. But not compared to the guys on the top.
And Aaron Judge, going back to Aaron Judge, a big name in the game right now, obviously, but he's getting pretty old.
He's 26, something like that.
29.
Oh, dang, he old.
I'm pretty sure he's 29.
I thought he was.
Fact check over here. Fact check. Let's see. When's his birthday?
He weighs 282 pounds, man.
So he weighs 282 pounds. He's
big
a big
man.
Boy. But he just, I don't think...
30 years.
30 years. See, that's what I'm saying. He is older.
He's almost halfway through his career right now.
Yeah. And so, depending on how his injuries go, I think he signs maybe a 10, 11-year contract, and then he's done. I don't think he makes a big 13 through 15-year contract. I think he makes 10 or 11 years, and he retires with it, whatever team. But maybe he does something like Pujols does, takes a big contract away from home, comes back for one final swing at the fences.
He's at 207 home runs right now.
Okay.
And he's almost halfway done. So he's gonna have to start playing really well.
I think he caps out at 500. We'll see where it goes with that. So what's next? So we've talked about Albert Pujols. Yeah. We talked about Julio Rodriguez. I want to talk a little bit about MVP candidates. All right. MVP candidates, specifically in the National League, Paul Goldschmidt.
Man, my man, Paul Goldschmidt. I'm not wearing his jersey right now, but...
You have a Goldschmidt jersey?
I do.
You get up and show us. Okay. Get up and show us. We're going to talk about Paul Goldschmidt. Solar here is going to grab his jersey. We'll be right back. Did you lose it?
No. Let's see it in the... Oh, it's in here. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if I can find. I have VP votes so far.
You gotta stand up and show them the
Okay.
jersey.
I got Goldschmidt jersey.
They can't see.
Yes. On the couch.
Behind a couch.
Okay. Shout out to Brett Pobble. Sending this to me a couple years ago.
Brett Hubble. Mm-hmm. You gotta send him the link to this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Get him to subscribe.
Oh, I absolutely.
Speaking of subscriptions,
our sponsor,
NordVPN. No, NordVPN. If you want to do a sponsor, no. The only subscription that we care about is your subscription to our channel.
Yeah. Subscribe. Easy. That's all you'll never miss any of the content if you subscribe. Push
What's that thing?
Push notifications.
I think we're supposed to say hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe and drop a comment down below saying what we want to talk about or what do you want to hear from us.
Yes. What do you want us to talk about? Yeah. We got opinions and we got stats. So let's dive into Goldschmidt. Okay. Yeah. Triple Crown.
Man.
Contention. Last time we had Triple Crown contention was Miguel Cabrera.
2013?
Look it up. Miguel Cabrera. That's going to be cool when he retires. We can only hope for a retirement year. Is he retiring this year?
I think he is. With Pujols, Molina, and Wainwright. Who else is?
That's tough.
Who else is retiring this year?
Nobody on the Phillies. So that's good.
That is good. I don't think anybody on the Astros. But 2012, Miguel.
Yeah, 2012. So it's been a decade.
It's been a
decade. Yeah. And I think since it happened in the National League, 1970s is when the last National League Triple Crown was, which speaks to the diversity of the National League. I don't know. Does it really? The National League recently instituted this year the blanking on the name. The
designated hitter.
Designated hitter.
We're both blanking on it for a second.
Yeah, that's what happens when you do it in real time. No editing, folks, except for the commercial breaks that don't have any commercials.
Oh no, yeah. It's just gonna be a little jingle, so just get ready for it.
If anybody wants to make us a jingle, feel free. Okay, yeah. Goldschmidt though, a .338 batting average, 2 home runs behind Kyle Schwarber with 33. And RBIs, he's tied at 105.
105.
With who? Polar Bear Pete Alonso. That man is an RBI machine.
Alonso, he
cranks him out. He cranks him out.
It's going to take a little bit of effort from Goldie to beat
Alonso. And it's going to take some effort on the whole Cardinals team. Yeah. Because really a hitter is only as good as the hitters around him. And he's got to have men on base to get RBIs. Yeah. You can only hit so many home runs. He's not even on pace for like an absorbent amount of home runs. No. 33 right now. But that would be really cool. I love the Triple Crown in baseball. Oh yeah. I think it's one of the hardest things to do. And it's not like the MVP or Cy Young or anything like that where it's based on voting. It's just pure stats, man. If you're better than everybody else, then you get it.
And then the MVP comes with that.
Oh, 100%.
So if you win the Triple Crown, most likely you're going to win the MVP.
Yeah.
So and he has both of those.
He's been raking. Now, talk us through when the Cardinals picked up Goldschmidt. When did that happen?
That was 2018, I think.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, he's been on the... That was...
We don't need to add any typing sound effects. You can probably hear it all.
Yeah, I got that loud keyboard. When was this? 2018, December 5th, 2018. So end of the season, 2018.
Okay.
But yeah, they picked him up for Joey Votto. I just read Joey
Votto. Joey Votto is such a meme.
He is.
He's like the meanest Canadian you ever did see.
He's a funny Canadian too.
Yeah, he is funny.
Shout out to when Albert Pujols gave that jersey to that little kid the other day. That was a sweet moment. Yeah. That's
cool.
The kid asked to trade a jersey with Albert Pujols, and Albert Pujols didn't want the 5-year-old's jersey because it wouldn't fit him. But darn. he just gave him the jersey.
Yeah. So I saw Joey Votto, going back to Joey Votto doing stuff. Probably the nicest thing I've ever seen him do. He did a TikTok with a little girl.
That's right. I saw that.
Which that was honestly
that was awesome.
That was pretty cute. Mm-hmm. That was pretty cute. But where were we at? Goldschmidt. What a good pickup. And he didn't really produce like he's producing now. No. Until now. But he's a few years into his contract now. Mm-hmm. He's settled into St. Louis, settled into the team, the fans, and he is hitting his stride more than anybody else on that Cardinals team. And I think he's a big contributor, a really big factor to the team that is now 5.5 games in lead of their division, when for the whole season pretty much they were trailing and not really. I mean, they were close, but they were hanging in there, but not really showing the dominance that they are right now in that division. What does?
Okay, I got the trade.
Okay.
So trade. He got Arizona received Carson Kelly, Luke Weaver, and Andrew Young in the deal. And Carson Kelly, he was a. Was he a? He was a.
I have no idea who Carson Kelly is.
I think he was a designated hitter. The name sounds familiar. Luke Weaver was a pitcher. Mm-hmm. I don't know who Andrew Young is. Probably, I think he was probably a prospect.
Probably a prospect.
Yeah. But for what Goldschmidt's doing right now, definitely Cardinals won that trade.
Yeah.
So
we got NL MVP front runner Goldschmidt going after a Triple Crown. Yeah. He's close, guys. So keep an eye on that as we're going through the stretch run. And the Triple Crown ends with the regular season. Okay, so if he gets overtaken by Alonso, for example, in RBIs, or Schwarber in home runs, in the postseason, he still gets Triple Crown. Yeah. So it's really coming down to the wire, and it could really depend a lot on what their schedule looks like coming into these last few games. I know the Phillies playing a lot of under 500 teams coming up, which will be helpful for our record. Yeah. And hopefully we'll be able to gain ground on the Mets and the Braves, which we have not been able to do. Mm-hmm. Okay, American League MVP. We'll run through this quick, give you guys a good rundown, and then our time's about up.
I think so. It really It'll be a good episode for today.
Yeah, first episode almost in the books. Mm-hmm. Aaron Judge, I think, is the clear front runner.
I think so. I think there are a few rumors that Ohtani, possibly.
People are saying, his pitching has improved. Yeah. His hitting has declined.
It has. That's
from previous years of greatness. There's still, not AL, on the Angels team, MVP of the Angels all day. Yeah. All day. Trout has been struggling with injuries and some stuff that he's going to be dealing with for, he's going to have to stay on top of these back injuries that he's had. It's a chronic condition. So he's been kind of out of the rumor mill, so to speak, this whole year for AL. Yeah. MVP.
One other guy. I know I might be a little biased. Yordan Alvarez. It was a little bit stronger of a thought beginning of the season.
Right, because Alvarez was
super hot at the beginning of the season. I don't think he has it now, but I just want to put that out there because I love Alvarez. Yeah. But he also, if Judge keeps on declining the way he is, maybe at the end of the season, Alvarez, if he kind of steps it up a little bit more, it's possible. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, right now looking at on-base plus slugging, OPS, Judge is at 1,048. Yeah. Alvarez is at 995. All right. So Judge has a pretty clear lead, and most of that comes from his slugging percentage. Yeah. Alvarez actually is ahead of Judge in on-base percentage. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Aaron Judge has been hitting bombs all day, all night. Not quite as fast as he was at the beginning of the season, right? But he's still got 49. He's got 49 home runs. He's going to make it to 50 home runs easily.
And we still have 30, 40 games
If he gets hot, okay, imagine this in your head. Aaron Judge gets hot. He could still break 60. He could do it.
He could. He could have a couple multi-homer games. Yeah. Maybe one or two.
Think of back when he was really hot, back in June, for example. Yeah. He was I think every time I turned on my phone,
it was a home run.
There was a new Aaron Judge home run.
Yeah. It was like every other day.
If he goes on a run like that, then that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just pull up. I want to see. Okay, I want to home runs. Okay, in the American League, the people who have had over 60 home runs in a season. Here's the list.
Yeah.
Roger Maris.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth had 60. All right, he didn't have over 60. He had exactly. That's it. Yeah. That's the only guys in the American League who have had 60 or more home runs. Aaron Judge could come and join that club.
You saying in the American League?
In the American League.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. In the American League. Obviously, Barry Bonds. Yeah. You have what's that guy on that? Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire. Yeah. All those guys. Roided up. Super juiced, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's elite company, Roger Maris and Babe Ruth.
It is.
And it could be coming to you fresh in 2022 off the bat of Aaron Judge. Hey, thanks for joining us today, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. Stick around for weekly uploads. We are going to come back at you with more stats, more rundowns of games. We're going to keep you updated on all kinds of things from the postseason race to MVP voting. We're going to go through season stats for legendary players. We might do deep dives into certain players or certain teams. Let us know in the comments below what you think. We love having you guys. All right, take care.
Have a good night. We need to come up with some you know how Dude Perfect goes pound it, not gonna see ya?
Yeah,
we have to come up with something. I don't know. We can think about it. We could do the recline chair.
Right, we're back.
Do the recline chair. Okay, so we go.
But what if the microphone falls down?
Will it fall down? If we go like this? It'll be loud. We could do that at the beginning.
What if we do
sit back, relax, and enjoy some peanuts and Cracker Jacks?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's run that intro right now.
Okay.
It's gonna be so loud with the microphone.
It
will. Okay, you say sit back.
Okay.
I'll say and relax.
Yeah.
With peanuts
and Cracker Jacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sit back
and relax with peanuts
and Cracker Jacks.
Are we gonna do it?
we have to move the couch back. Well, no, we can try to. I don't know if we can go any further.
Okay, and then the intro or the outro is gonna be a. All right, folks. This has been Peanuts
and Cracker Jacks.
Stay tuned for more hot content coming your way.
Good night.
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Peanut.
Cracker.
Peanut.
And crack.
Jacks. Cracker Jacks.
Alright, I'll try it.
Peanuts.
Cracker Jacks.
Peanuts.
Cracker Jacks.
Peanut.
Cracker Jacks.
I say peanut.
You say Cracker Jacks.
Peanut.
We gotta do like this.
Peanut.
Cracker Jack.
Peanut.
Cracker Jack.
Peanuts.
Cracker Jack.
Peanuts.
Cracker Jack.
Peanut.
Cracker Jack.
Peanuts.
Cracker Jack.
Peanuts.
Cracker Jack.
Peanuts.
Cracker Jack.
Peanut. In a.
And out.
Crack.
What we could do that and then peanut Cracker Jacks. Wait, what do they say? What do they say at the end of a baseball game? That's what we need to say. That's the game, folks. Or
there's okay. I think there's a famous one. We can't say it. Do we want to copy it?
No.
There's that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
That's Looney Tunes, but
folks.
I think it's just good night, y'all. Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. But just say it in our normal voices.
Say it to the camera. Say it to the camera.
Good night, y'all.
No. Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. Saddle up.
Saddle up, girl. This has been Peanuts and
Cracker Jacks. Enjoy the show. Oh. Show's over.
Show's over.
Have you not?
What about Peanuts? Oh man, why is this so hard?
It's creativity, man.
Creativity is tough.
It's tough. That's why engineers are needed. That's what we're doing, bro.
Making the world a better place. Oh, that was fist bump. All right. Okay, okay, yeah. Turkey.
TIE fighter. What about?
Oh, how about this?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us at CrackerJacks Stadium.
Yeah. CrackerJacks. Is this CrackerJacks Stadium?
This is CrackerJacks Stadium.
Yeah.
Our studio.
Or Cracker Couch.
We can't put that in there. No. CrackerJacks Stadium.
CrackerJacks.
Thanks for joining. Okay, where were we? Thanks for joining us at CrackerJacks Stadium.
Have a good night, y'all. I think, should we say good night? Or
thanks for joining us at CrackerJacks Stadium.
I feel like it sounds a little weird if we don't say like some sort of.
Yeah. We should say. Yeah, have a good night. That works.
That works.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Thanks for joining us at CrackerJacks Stadium.
Good night, y'all.
That was a little awkward.
That was?
Let me try it again. You did great. I did bad.
Okay.
Thanks for oh, for goodness. Thanks for garble. Thanks for joining us at CrackerJacks Stadium.
Good night, y'all.
Okay. Okay. And we're done. That's it.
Cool.
That was fun.
We can edit it and make it fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it was already a lot of fun. We can make it not cringy for them to watch.
Yes.
Yeah. Or for us to watch.
Right.
But
I gotta stop
I don't
this. You have